The economy is a fleece from which we all must feast. As such, it is not big enough to assimilate all of us all at the same time. Hence, the purpose of economic participation is to create ample wealth and fortune on which to retire on, so as to create space for all others after yourselves. As such, the sole purpose of economic participation is to create wealth, because economic participation does not pay profits or even salaries in terms of wealth and fortune, but pays gross salaries and profits for personal liabilities, net salaries and profits for business liabilities and personal liabilities, while it pays disposable salaries and profits towards wealth creation, which is creatable outside the workplace itself, but creatable at the Johannesburg Stock Exchange, wherein they sell profit share, which pays dividends that accumulate into wealth and fortune that we use to buy our expensive liabilities, which life has to offer, which cost wealth and fortune to purchase and own. Now, here I am, a black poor man, alongside my poor black white people, not hitched in the economy yet, because my fellow worker society act like they own the economy together with the wealthy white people. Hence, they fight among each other, believing that they are doing it for us. How is it being done for us when they are inside the economy, enjoying the right to bask under the limelight of their potential pension payout fund, payout, which amounts to peanuts, while I age painfully towards my cold grave with nothing to show for my economic participation? Education claimed to be the only key that unlocks economic success in the entire economy, when it has proven that it is the key that locked us out, the black worker society, out of our economic success. We and our makeup salaries took them to the marketplace on the strength of our makeup better salaries alone, and in our massive numbers, to buy expensive liabilities that cost fortune and wealth to purchase and own. As if in the marketplace there was a one-day rectangle sale with every expensive liability going 50% off. Not to mention how our numbers created a huge supply and demand, which translated into extra production costs, which then left the suppliers of our goods and services no choice but to work this extra production cost into the prices of their goods and services. The two then combined to result in high inflation rate, which combined with value-added tax, the tax that takes 14 cents from every 1 rand coin, we brought to the marketplace for our purchases. Thereby, this delivering us on crushing poverty and non-affordability, the devices we suffered under the advent of apartheid itself, but not at the hands of apartheid itself, but at the hands of education, the darling we call education, the crime we call enlightenment. White people took their profits to the Johannesburg Stock Exchange, bought themselves that profit share, which paid them dividends that accumulated into the wealth and fortune that they brought to the same market to buy the same expensive liabilities in cold cash, which we could only afford on credit and debt. As a result of this, we started accusing them of having brought apartheid and racism to our shores for the purpose of oppressing us, both economically and otherwise. This is when we decided to improve our mega better salaries, because education, the runaway father of our children, called poverty and non-affordability, ran away with their apartheid, which is our fully paid for financial education, which is a blueprint of how to create wealth and fortune in order to match the insatiable appetites of these two twin economic evils of poverty and non-affordability. We unknowingly sold our financial freedom to the greedy taxman for a pitiful pittance of minimum wage and its pitiful increment living wage, unbeknown to us that living wage is payable into our gross salary incomes. As such, it inflates our gross salary incomes to a point where the greedy taxman has no choice but to tax our inflated gross salaries on even higher tax brackets, thereby eroding all the living wage we might have earned. We've never tasted living wage as I speak. Instead, we hold titles that are called self-retrenchment agents that grossly unemployed their own poor black and white masses in this economy of plenty, milk and fortune. We stand in accusation of our worker society, who are enjoying surviving from pay to paycheck, surviving from hand to mouth, while edging slowly and painfully towards their pension fund payouts, when we have to grow into our cold graves and be comfortable and khaki in them. That is our biggest concern, because the economy does not belong to wealthy white people, however wealthy they are, and does not belong to the worker society as it pretends it does. They have delayed our financial education by exercising their right to create the need for wealth instead of wealth itself in the economy. They have denied the financial freedom of our children. As such, financial freedom delayed is financial freedom denied. Our children are sick and tired of the world liquors that amounts to our meager 50,000 bucks from our funeral covers as their parents. As a result, we are taking back the obligation to create wealth and fortune first in order to access our freedom and privilege, to exercise our right to shelter, feed, educate, and clothe in style and grace as we all desire and deserve. We demand our financial freedom. We demand our financial skill. We demand our free financial education to be reimbursed on us before entering economic participation in order to earn that ample wealth and fortune so that we can raise our beautiful young families in style and grace. For now, you will do well to read the subtitles throughout this video clip. In my next video clip, I will demonstrate to you what sound financially aroused sexual plan that President Zuma led us by such standard 2 financial wisdom as he possesses. That is in my next video clip. For now, as you were, be at ease as I salute you.